Hi, this is Joe Hanley, and this video covers the social work degree apprenticeship progress reviews for apprentices. So as with the other videos, when you log on, this is what you see, your apprenticeship record here. And then if you scroll down, you can click on your Open University apprenticeship record. You will have, each year you'll get a new one of these. So there'll be multiple ones here listed, but for this first year, you're only going to have one. So you click on that and it brings you here to this page, and you can see the progress review box here. When you click on that, it brings you to this page here. Now, when I log in, I see my apprenticeship overview, and that includes my off-the-job status and some details. You may or may not see that section because the system's still being configured, but you don't have to worry about it anyway because it's not something that you actually have to fill out. The evidence and progress tab here as well, you may or may not see that, but that can be ignored too. What you really want to focus on are review 1, review 2, review 3, and review 4. And you've got 5 and 6 here as well, but I hope that you as social work degree apprentices know that you only have to do 4 reviews here. So click on review 1 for your first review, and you can see that you get here. This might be what you see when you first click on progress reviews if you don't get that apprenticeship overview. Now, just to say that this review meeting can be where you discuss and complete your training plan that we discussed in the previous video. So you might be completing this in conjunction with that, but it's very important that you record both the review meeting and the training plan separately from funding and progress perspective for you. So the review form is not dissimilar to the training plan one. The first tab is for some advice about completing the progress review and what you're doing. The second one is where your tutor completes the scheduled date. So if you don't see a scheduled date in there, make sure you chase your tutor and ask them to put it in. The next section is where you complete your apprenticeship or apprentice reflections. So as before, to fill that out, you complete new, you click on this complete new button here. And you can see it's got 3 sections that need to be completed. The first one is your reflections on progress since your last review. If this is your first review, which it likely is if you're watching this video, then just record kind of what you've been doing since you started on the apprenticeship up to this point. And if you go on to section 2, you can see that that's where you record opportunities and changes since your last review. So hopefully there hasn't been any major changes since your last review or since you started in this case, but if there are, you can record them here. And this becomes quite important if there are major changes going forward. And at times this might lead into you completing a action plan, which is something that I covered in the introduction video to MKM. So have a look at that if needs be. And then section 3 is where you review objectives of the last meeting. So this will be your first meeting. You don't have to worry about that first box, but then you look at opportunities to help you meet your objectives set for this meeting. And then at the bottom, as with the training plan, there's a sign off where you put in the name and email address of your line manager, and then they will sign it off. So I won't be able to submit this because I haven't filled that in. So I'm just going to click on save and close. But once you've completed that, you press submit, and it goes off to your tutor and your line manager to review before your progress meeting. So that should be completed prior to your progress meeting. Then when you do the meeting, the tutor completes this section. So again, you don't really have to worry about this, but you'll probably do it with the tutor during the meeting where you record the details of who needs an update on this, including the line manager who should be there present with you in the meeting, because the meeting involves you, your tutor, and a representative of your employer, who should usually be your line manager or your practice educator. And then here in section 2, they actually record the details of who was present and the date that it actually took place, what was discussed in the meeting. So once they've completed that section, it'll come to you, and then you have to complete this final sign off here. So the final sign off, you review what the tutor has recorded for the meeting, and you put any comments there that you want to complete. And that could include agreement or disagreement with what they've recorded. And then section 2 is the section that's completed by your line manager, similar to what you've just done there. So you don't have to worry about that. So once you've completed your section here of the of commenting on the feedback that you got or the information from the tutor, you would be viewing this as a complete new. So you'd be viewing it like this. So once you've completed the information here and confirmed the above and left some comments, you click on this email for later button here. So the email for later button, this allows you to send it to your line manager. So as before, you write in the name and email address of the line manager there. And then once you've done that, you click submit. Again, it won't let me submit because I haven't filled out those mandatory forms. So I will just press save and close. And once you've done that, your line manager will complete their bits and the progress review will be completed after they've signed it off. And that is the progress review. Thank you.